Good evening. I'm Stacey Amos for News Channel 8, and these are the top stories that we have for you tonight. The governor scolds the teachers again. WAPA is out shopping for fuel, and St. Croix celebrates St. Patrick's Day just like the Irish. Those stories and more are up next for you on News Channel 8. Our top story tonight, Governor John DeYoung has issued a stern warning to the teachers in our territory, and it's all about a strange and mysterious letter. Here's what the governor had to say.
It's disappointing for me to hear that the AFT is somehow looking at the upcoming vital test that the Education Department is undertaking on Monday as a means to sort of vent their frustration and their anger towards what's happening in the Department of Education with some of the staffing. And what we have done is we have very clearly tried to identify individuals within the department based on various factors that would not hinder the educational process. And I think if someone is fair and looks across the board, they will notice that we still continue to have classes. No classes have been cut. We've not compromised on the quality of education. We continue to have extracurricular activities for our children. Our students still have the ability to go away to sporting events, and that's by managing the department and making sure that we don't compromise, even in these very difficult financial times. So to hear the teachers and the leadership of AFT is willing to utilize their members, the teachers of our students, to go and to vent their frustration by undermining what is probably one of the most important tests, not just for our educational system, but for our young people, is really extremely disappointing. The using of our children as a means to fight the administration is unconscionable, and the leadership of AFT should be ashamed of themselves, and teachers who partake and go along with that are not doing the work that a good teacher does every day.
Now, News Channel 8's Wes Small gets the teacher side of the story, because who did send that letter then? He's with AFT President James Howell.
Thank you very much, Stacy. It seems like one day it's the nurses, next day it's the teachers. By the way, just to keep you informed, we are still waiting to hear from Mr. Jeff Nelson, CEO of Juan Louis Hospital, who was promised Channel 8 an interview to keep you going on with the nurses. So don't think that we're ignoring the medical community, but a lot is falling on the education community over the weekend. Here with AFT President James Howell, here at the AFT headquarters here in Lorain, and we have some letters to talk about. Governor John DeYoung has issued a warning, actually, to the teachers today about unsuspected job action during the vital testing. And apparently the vital testing is VI territorial assessment of learning exams and protests that apparently go out this week. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ring, I should say, we have this, a letter that is which prompted the governor to put out a stern warning. Look at this, and Mr. Howell is going to explain where this came from, maybe, or maybe where it didn't come from. You see, it says St. Croix Federation of Teachers, like it came from here. Did you, in your office, put out this letter and, tell the other teachers a job action today?
No, first of all, I would like to say that our union has always stood on the side of children. We will not do anything that jeopardizes the education of our children, first of all. The next thing is that this memo did not come from the St. Croix Federation of Teachers. If you look,
Mr. Howell, it says right there, St. Croix Federation of Teachers, Local 1826. Isn't this the St. Croix Federation of Teachers?
Yes, this is. But if you would look at our letterhead, you would see that there's a complete difference. Someone forged our letterhead and attached it onto a document, and then I do not know who forged it. And maybe
looking into it.
Yeah, I'm looking into it, and maybe it's one of the government's operatives. So I find it very interesting that after the department can dismiss teachers during the process leading up to vitals, and then want to blame teachers or suggest that it's teachers who want children to fail. It is this government who wants individuals to fail. What is also disturbing members is that members believe that after the vitals is administered, that the Department of Education will dismiss teachers again without any concern or care about the children. And this is one of the.
Think that's going to happen? That after y'all do the vital test, there'll be another round of layoffs?
Well, the Commissioner of Education seemed to indicate that when she was in the Senate that she can't tell us that there wouldn't be teachers layoff again. So this is what a lot of members are concerned about, that the Department of Education will wait till after vitals and then give a second round of layoff.
When will the vitals be over?
The vitals will be over at the end of this week.
Can't we all just get along? At AFT headquarters, there's more to come. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Speaking of those tests, we have an important announcement to share about schedules for St. Croix High School seniors. According to Insular Superintendent Gary Malloy, the district's high schools have scheduled specific activities for its 12th graders to take part in during the vital testing period in the morning, with classes beginning in the afternoon each day according to the following schedule. Tuesday, March 20th and Thursday, March 22nd. First period is from 12:05 p.m. to 1:35 p.m. Second period is from 1:40 p.m. to 3:15 p.m. Wednesday, March 21st and Friday, March 23rd. Third period is from 12:05 p.m. to 1:35 p.m. Fourth period is from 1:40 p.m. to 3:15 p.m. All advanced placement students are to report on the normal schedule each day. Seniors in school to work and on the job or OJT are to report accordingly. On Tuesday and Thursday, the third and fourth period will be in the morning. Students must report to their assigned locations at those times and to school for lunch at 11 a.m. First period will be in the afternoon from 12:05 p.m. to 1:35 p.m., while second period will be from 1:40 p.m. to 3:15 p.m. On Wednesday and Friday, third and fourth period will be in the afternoon, and students must report to their assigned locations from 12:05 p.m. to 1:35 p.m. for third period and from 1:40 p.m. to 3:15 p.m. for fourth period. Well, June 30th is the deadline. After that, where will WAPA get fuel so that we can have power? News Channel 8's Wes Small is with WAPA's Cassandra Dunn with the story.
Thank you very much, Stacy. We're at the Water and Power Authority in Sunny Isle, WAPA, with Public Information
Corporate Communications Director.
There you go, Cassandra Dunn. And Ms. Dunn, it seems like we're not the only ones, consumers, looking for a good deal. You know, as gas prices go up, Hovenza rack rates just went up 8 or 9 cents. June 30th is it. That's when the contract ends with the Virgin Islands. And now the Water and Power Authority are shopping around for someone to take their place. Ms. Cassandra Dunn, give us an update. Should I get my coal pot for the 4th of July and get ready to have some ribs with the coal pot, or we're going to have electricity?
Well, I'm sure those ribs on the coal pot will be good for you, but we are planning to have uninterrupted service. Last Friday, WAPA did issue 2 invitations for bids from any interested entities that can supply WAPA with number 2 and number 6 fuel oil after June 30th or beginning July 1st. The number 2 oil we need for our gas turbines, and the number 6 fuel oil we use in our boilers. And as a result, we are optimistic that we will get quite a number of bids. There's a lot of interest in the region, in particular for serving WAPA, supplying our needs. As you know, Hovenza will not supply us after June 30th, and so as soon as the bid deadline comes, which is April 10th, Tuesday, April 10th, we will immediately get busy and start the work of evaluating all of the bids, analyzing them for a number of factors, several of which are the fuel supply must be of high quality. It must be a consistent supply so we know we can always depend on it. And certainly it must be, most importantly, at a price that will allow us to produce power at the lowest possible cost per kilowatt hour. Okay. And of course that will accrue to the benefit of our customers. And so we, again, are optimistic. We are on a very tight turnaround deadline, but you know, we will use our time very judiciously in getting the best deal that we can.
How can they contact you?
Well, the best thing to do would be to check our website, www.biwapa.bi. Click on Business Opportunities, and you will see all of the detailed bid documents. There will also be all the instructions that you would need to contact us by email or to contact us by telephone.
The lovely Cassandra Dunn, Corporate
Communications Director
for WAPA. In Sunny Isle, I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Thanks, Wes. It felt more like Ireland in paradise as St. Croix celebrated St. Patrick's Day with a grand parade. And we'd like to thank Earl Morris for providing us with that footage. And when we come back, it's your Caribbean Report. U.S. congressmen are concerned with Antigua's role in the Stanford Ponzi scheme, and St. Vincent has become a major resource for marijuana. Those stories and more are up next for you in your Caribbean Report. From Washington, a group of United States congressmen from 7 states have asked House Committee on Foreign Affairs Chairman Ileana Roussel-Tenen to hold a congressional hearing to investigate the government of Antigua and Barbuda's role in the $7.2 Stanford billion-dollar Ponzi scheme and determine if international treaties have been violated. 18 U.S. representatives from 9 states have recently joined House Resolution 507, expressing the sense of the House of Representatives that the, quote, government of Antigua and Barbuda has committed numerous acts against the interests of U.S. citizens and operated the financial sector and judicial system of Antigua and Barbuda in a manner that is manifestly contrary to the public policy of the U.S. And the U.S. says that the nation of St. Vincent and the Grenadines continues to be the, quote, source for the majority of cannabis in the Caribbean. According to officials, marijuana producers have recently started labeling their product for export, said the U.S. Department of State in its 2012 International Narcotics Control Strategy Report. Regional trade has also increased with Trinidad and Tobago sending drugs and guns in exchange for cannabis. Officials described a marked increase in remittance flows. The State Department said, based on information from local officials, St. Vincent and the Grenadines has over 300 acres under marijuana cultivation. St. Vincent police officials disclosed to the U.S. that they need more vehicles, equipment, training, and logistical support for their operations to be effective. From San Juan, Mitt Romney scored an overwhelming win Sunday in Puerto Rico's Republican presidential primary, trouncing chief rival Rick Santorum. The victory in the U.S. territory was so convincing that Romney, the GOP frontrunner, won all 20 delegates to the national convention at stake because he prevailed with more than 50% of the vote. That padded his comfortable lead over Santorum in the race to amass the 1,144 delegates needed to clinch the nomination. Nevertheless, the GOP nomination fight is unlikely to end anytime soon, with Santorum refusing to step aside even though Romney's pulling further ahead in the delegate hunt. Both campaigned in Puerto Rico last week in a campaign focused on statehood for the U.S. territory, which Puerto Rican residents vote on this November. And from Barbados, two rival airlines blamed by low-cost carrier RedJet for forcing it to shut down temporarily have moved in swiftly to fill the breach left by its abrupt suspension on Friday, while one government rebuffed its call for help. Liat and Caribbean Islands, both state-owned airlines, announced in separate statements they were adjusting their schedules and putting on extra seats while stressing that they both serve all of RedJet's routes. The airlines are not honoring RedJet tickets but announced, quote, special arrangements and measures as hundreds of stranded passengers region-wide demanded refunds or wait for further word from the fledgling Barbados-based carrier. This past weekend, UVI alumni shared birthday greetings and well wishes to their beloved alma mater.
Congratulations to UVI on its 50th anniversary and all the best in the future.
Happy birthday and many, many more accomplishments.
I congratulate the university of 50 years of outstanding service to this community and the wider Caribbean, and I wish them many, many, many more.
Happy birthday, UVI.
It's just a pleasure to be here to help UVI, CVI celebrate 50th anniversary, because I'm very pleased at what UVI did for me in enabling me to be where I am and what I am today.
It's been a long ride here at the university. I started as a student and now I'm an administrative staff. What does UVI mean to me? It's home, it's family, and of course, it's the only higher education institution in the territory.
And we'd like to thank Earl Morris again for providing us with that footage. It's your Sports 411 when we come back. It's the Boys High School Basketball Championship in your sports update. Here's Stephen Koo Francis with the details.
Thanks a lot, Stacy. This past weekend, we had the high school varsity basketball championship between the two-time defending champs, the Central High School Caribs, versus the Ed Complex Barracudas. Well, senior forward Razim Huggins wanted to make sure that his final game that he played in would end up with the win. The rebound and the putback had the Caribs up 14-9 with 6:31 left in the second quarter. The Caribs' pressure defense had the Barracudas coughing up the ball as Naib Gonzalez sails in for the left as he helps open up Central lead by 7 points. The Barracudas responded with a 10-2 run to close out the half as they was just down 27-25 at the half. Second half, here comes the Ed Complex. Stephen Adams to a wide open K. Xavier for three, giving the Barracudas their first lead of the game, 28-27, with 7:28 remaining in the quarter. The Caribs went inside to their big man Huggins, who gave them back the lead. Back come Adams as he dropped 4 defenders. He then finds his teammate with the no-look pass, giving back the Complex the lead. What a game we having, folks, as both teams were exchanging blows like two prize fighters. Ashanti Lara's bucket and the foul had the Caribs up by 2 after the free throw. Central interior defense got stiff like a high school boy Dickies pants. Oh, and you know that stiff. Oh no, no soup for you. Not in my house. Oh, it was a block party, As Shamari Francis' back-to-back basket gave the Caribs a 6-point lead, 38-32. with 3:47 left in the third. But just when it looked like the Central was about to break away, Adams, he pulls the barrel back as he kisses it off the glass and won. After 3 quarters, the Caribs led 42-38. Well, in the 4th quarter, Gonzalez just took over, scoring 10 of his 30 points in the quarter as he was a one-man wrecking crew, and the foul. Later, he brought the roof down as the Caribs trapped Adams, forcing the turnover. Then Gonzalez, he did the rest. Do anybody know how to post videos to Facebook? Gonzalez with the slam. Mommy is loving it. She's a little camera shy though, as Caribs won 68-54. Huggins, he chipped in with 20 points. After the game, I spoke to the head coach of the 3-time high school champs, the Caribs, Donald Bow.
Impressive win. You guys pulled it out in the 4th quarter. It was close through 3 quarters, but you guys hustle and dominate the paint, man. Big win.
A big win and big win for Interscholastic, especially here in the district of St. Croix. Complex was a formidable opponent. Like you said, we played 3 quarters pretty much neck and neck, and then in the 4th quarter we pulled it out. We put up our pressure, my rebounding and effort jacked up a little notch, and we know they're a good team, but we know we're a better team, and we prevail. You see Navo, as you know, yeah, he's my horse, him and Razim Huggins. You see him, I really don't sub him. I sub him for maybe a minute and a half or 2, and that was it. We played a high action game. We changed our defense slightly. We went into a trapping zone, and for the whole year I didn't press with my team. And for this game I came out with a 2-2-1, and guess who? Navo at the front of that press. So he really got worn out, and I keep asking him. He was tired, and he was like, "No, I'm good." So hey, kudos to Navo. He's a real beast.
Okay, what's next for you guys? St. Thomas, right?
Well, you know, we have pretty much won most of the territorial tournaments. I would dub our team the best team. You know, we lost 1 tournament alone, but being that we just finished this out, maybe they might have territorial championship. We're not sure about that, and I'm possibly look for out of the territory trip to Puerto Rico. As you know, we had lost our tournament against Puerto Rico, but we did pretty good. We lost in overtime, so we're trying to test the waters over there and see how we could do against them in their hometown.
So congratulations to the Central High Caribs. That's a look at your Sports 411 update. I'm Stephen Q. Francis for News Channel 8. Back to you, Stacy.